How do you do, y'all? This is John, and today I'm counting down my list of my 10 least favorite movies of this year. Now, obviously, this is on my own personal opinion. It's not like the technical worst movies of the year, but first of all, quick dishonorable mention to a couple of movies: Mother of the Bride and The Crow. Both of those movies nearly made this list, especially The Crow, which I was going to originally, but I could think of some movies that I hated more than it, which is surprising because that film's just... I am serious. It's just awful. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this. Number 10 is Night Swim. Night Swim is one of those horror movies that is based on a short film. However, unlike Smile, it should have stayed a short film. There was no way a premise like Night Swim would have ever worked as a feature-length movie, yet for some stupid reason, they decided to go ahead and do it. I don't get it. It was a dumb, stupid movie. And why? That's all I can say is why. Number 9 is Breathe. Breathe is a movie that I almost forgot about. Then I was looking at my list of films this year, and I was sitting there going, oh, I remember that now. It sucked. Breathe is literally one of those movies that tries to make you root for the villain and make you hate the hero, because that's literally the whole scenario of this film. You have lives at stake, and yet for some reason you're supposed to root for this, selfish woman that, all the technical hero characters want to do is look at this technology that she has in order to save the people of their little colony on this earth that has no breathable air anymore. Yet she won't let them do that. Like, how paranoid and selfish do you have to be in order to even do that? That is not, hero material. That is villain material. Number 8 is Clawfoot. Just like Breathe, this is a movie that tries to make you root for the villain and try to say that the villain is the actual hero. However, the villain is literally trying to kill her husband for cheating on her, which, that's bad, undeniably. But that is beat the crap out of him type of bad, not try and kill him. All she was doing was taking her belt off and beating the crap out of him. I wouldn't blame her at all. I would probably just sit there and laugh. But she's trying to kill him. That's too far. As bad as cheating is, that right there is just too far. Number 7 is Saving Bikini Bottom, a Sandy Cheeks movie. Why does this even exist? Not only is it very disrespectful to Steven Hillenburg, the guy who created SpongeBob SquarePants, but it also just goes against everything he wanted SpongeBob to be. He did not want, spin-offs of SpongeBob, and also he did not want SpongeBob to be 3D. The last one for technical reasons, and it shows. The obvious 3D CGI animation just doesn't work alongside live action the way that 2D animation does. Not only that, but the whole story's stupid. The jokes, been there and done that. The film's more annoying than entertaining, and do not expect me to show this to my kids at all. Number 6 is My Spy the Eternal City. My Spy the Eternal City was just a sludge to sit through. It's not investing. It's not engaging. The story, it's just been there, done that. You're not interested in any of the characters. The jokes suck, and for a movie that was supposedly pretty pricey, it does not show. I'm not kidding. There is such an obvious green screen effect that when this guy is walking down this floor, it looks like he's floating. And it was in something that they didn't need a green screen for. They could have just filmed in an actual building. Complete waste of time. Don't watch this movie. Number 5 is the most unnecessary sequel of this year, Joker Folie à Deux. They make every wrong decision you can make with a movie in this film. From the fact that it even exists from the get-go, a sequel to Joker. Joker itself was a great movie. It needed to be just a one-off, standoff movie, though. It did not need a whole series of films. But instead they did a Joker sequel. They made it a musical. Like I said in my review, this needed to be a sequel as much as Madonna needed plastic surgery. Not at all. And this movie did not need to exist. Number 4 is Space Cadet. Why Amazon Prime Video? Why? This is like your... holy crap, only second film on this list. This is a movie that has a main character that they tried to play out as highly intelligent. However, not so much. Everything she does, you can just learn in a manual or something like that. And also, this whole situation is just a situation that never could happen at all. It just makes NASA look like a bunch of idiots when they're not. The entire movie's stupid. It makes zero sense at all. And honestly, avoid it as well. Number 3 is Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate. Talk about pointless sequels. Okay. This movie is just simply an inferior sequel to Megamind. It's literally as inferior gets. Not only is the voice acting terrible, especially compared to the first movie, but the animation also sucks. And that is sad coming from DreamWorks, out of all people. On top of that, the story is bland and boring. It literally, just throws in a bunch of characters that did not even exist in the first movie. Honestly, I can't see anyone enjoying this film. Not even kids. Number 2 is Madame Black. I'm sorry, Madame Web. Easily the worst movie in the Sony Marvel universe. This film was made by people who, clearly came from television and are making their debut in this film, especially the director. However, none of them were ready, because this movie feels like a made-for-TV movie, with the exception of the fact that it costed $100 million, and it was in theaters. $100 million. Tim Burton and Christopher Nolan had movies recently that better spent that money than this film. If it weren't for this next movie, Madame Web would be my worst film of this year, but there's one that's even worse. And I'm pretty sure you all can easily guess what it is. Number 1 is Borderlands. I did not even have to check my list with this one. Borderlands is the example of the reason why that even though, yes, video game movies are starting to get better, you still need to put talent in them. Unfortunately, Eli Roth is one of the most overrated directors in the business. The entire cast is miscasted. None of them are played by bad actors, but they're not given, good roles in this movie. Matter of fact, none of these characters needed to be played by the actors playing them. And even then, it's also poorly written. There's narration to sum up events that would have been better if shown instead of being told. It's horribly executed. The action sequences are not good. This whole movie, just avoid at all cost. The only movie that managed to be worse than Madam Web is Borderlands. Alright, well, that's my list of the top 10 worst movies of the year. There have been some bad ones this year. There's also been some good ones this year, though. In my next video, I will tell you about my favorite movies of this year. I think I'm going to close out. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Cadet will return.